Everybody for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come, Philadelphia on the run. Stand up and cheer. Number one, Philadelphia. Here they come, team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your
Williams in the penetration, and it's knocked away by Matumbo, but into the hands of Peterson. Antonio Davis.
Sixers, stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
Can I change the song? Can it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers, 10, 9, 8, 7 in a row? Let's go.
Lucky
Let's
number
go.
7, baby.
Lucky
Lucky
number
number
7.
7, man.
Yes, sir.
And may I add 2 words for you. Joel Embiid. Amazing. Just amazing, bro. Joel Embiid broke the record for most 30-point games on the road. That tops players like Allen Iverson, Wilt Chamberlain. Amazing.
Charles Barkley, Julius Erving.
I just want to real quick before we go on, give some flowers to
Flower
Against
time.
player.
Flower man. Hey,
Two.
Flower man. Jose.
Flower man.
Jose
To
need
a
a
bench
couple of them
player
things.
who came out and represented like there was no tomorrow, and those flowers go out to Andre Drummond.
Big
Most
fella.
definitely.
The big fella had
Big
that
fella
look.
played, and he had a perfect game all the way to the very end. All the way to the very end, he had a double-double. Yeah.
Every time he got the ball, he looked like, yo, I'm way too big for these kids.
Yeah.
And he showed it. He showed it.
They said it a couple times as an old Rasheed Wallace saying, "There's a mouse in the house." When you got a little boy on you down there, man.
What Shaq call it? That barbecue chicken.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Sixers are now 20-8 with Joel Embiid. All right, let me translate that into Call of Duty stats. That's a 2.5 KD ratio. That's a 2.5 KD ratio. I'm just saying.
Just once again,
That's
man.
funny.
Just amazing, man. And the announcers hit it on the nose tonight, man. Jim Lynam as well. This is a different Joel Embiid we're looking at. His the look on his face, the look on his opponent's face. I don't know how closely you watch the game, but when Embiid finishes strong, look at his opponent's face.
Hey, Carl, that's the second time you mispronouncing B's name tonight. Don't do that no more.
He called me BJ, so
It's just those. If I'm doing that, then who is Joel Embiid? If I could mess BG name up and whatnot. But the defeated look on the opponent's face says it all, man. You cannot stop this guy. You cannot stop this guy. He's even defeating double teams now by passing the ball to the right person. So that was like the only knock on his game, along with his conditioning, of course, was finding the right guy at the right time. He's doing that, man. He's doing that. So this is scary what we're watching right now.
this is definitely spooky season when it comes to Garden and B. I think that we all can agree that we love trolling beat. Trolling beat is amazing because he gonna get in your head, and getting in your head kind of wins games sometimes against certain bigs, like certain guys. He knew, look, I could talk my crap, get them in the foul trouble, get them in this, but troll Embiid over business Embiid right now, business Embiid. He is going out there with a purpose. And I feel like he has the purpose of a guy who says, yo, I don't want to play fourth quarters. And in order to not play fourth quarters, I got to punish you. I got to give you every. Dog, this dude was at the free throw line the whole first half. I think he shot 11 free throws in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you want out of somebody 7'2". I'm not one of those guys that says I hate when Embiid's on the 3-point line all game. I'm not that guy because I know what Embiid brings when he's out there, what he makes the defense have to do when he's out there. So I don't hate it, but I do damn sure love when he down there punishing inferior bigs. He is destroying the league right now, and if he's not top 3 and MVP. If they just said, all right, the season over, but we got to have an MVP. If he's not in the top 3, then the league is doing a foul because this guy is playing out of his mind right now.
Well, somebody posted the ESPN top 10, I think it was, and I was baffled by that list.
Where did Embiid come in on that list?
I couldn't believe they had Giannis number 1. I couldn't believe they had Giannis number 1 on that.
Embiid was 5th.
Yeah, it was weird.
5th.
Yeah. I didn't agree with that list.
It has Steph 6.
Yeah, Steph wasn't
6, bro.
Like,
yeah, Steph at 6, bro.
Steph is having a rough last 2 weeks, but they.
Oh, he had a phenomenal season. You gonna
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sick of these tie white shirt and tie people, judging the game. People with eyeballs can see who are the top tier players in this game, man. And Joel Embiid is definitely top 2, in my opinion.
And maybe he not 2.
Maybe he's not 2. Seth Curry, him, excuse me. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. Right now, Kevin Durant. I would
Kevin Durant.
Today, I would say Kevin Durant would get more games.
I mean,
but Joel Embiid is a very close.
What's the criteria? Because to me, an MVP is a player who impacts the team when he is on the court. Like I seen Kevin Durant not play for Brooklyn, and they didn't lose so much. They were still up there.
True indeed, but
you understand what I'm saying? Like you take out an MVP type player, and I don't want to just sound biased because it happened to us, but you seen our record when Embiid wasn't on the court. So let's say you take Steph Curry out of that Golden State lineup. What happens to that team?
They don't win already. They're gonna crumble.
Come on, man.
Well, not totally crumble. And Thompson is back. I wouldn't say totally crumble.
We talking about what we've seen so far. So Thompson wasn't there. If you take Steph off of the team that they had,
true indeed,
right? So come on, man. Like,
this
popularity contest to me, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be that. It was obvious when Joel got snubbed. For real. You could really say he got snubbed twice, but I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, it's no secret we're still paying for the process, all these years later and whatnot. And if we're going to win something, we're going to have to snatch it whether that's a championship, whether that's an MVP, whether it's a 6-man of the year.
Remember, the big guy said himself though. Y'all can keep y'all MVP. I want that championship. So
Big
okay.
facts.
I love
and
that.
I, and
I
I
love
think
that
Philadelphia
mentality.
would say the same, man. Philadelphia would take the team trophy over the individual player trophy any
Definitely.
day, man. Any day. Well, let's spread some flowers around, gentlemen. Shall we?
Flower man. Hey, Carl needs some flowers right quick. You got? Oh, you coming? All right, cool.
I would like to give a flower first to Furkan Korkmaz.
Oh no, man! I got to stop you right there.
Don't hold on.
Oh, I got to stop you right there. I got to stop you. Matisse Thybulle, second game in a row, double-digit points. You get the flowers before Korkmaz, buddy.
I'm handing out multiple flowers.
Nah, you can't.
Relax.
You can't skip Matisse Thybulle.
Maybe he's saving the best for last.
Exactly. Korkmaz with another excellent floor game. I don't know how closely you're watching the game, but for this guy to step into a point guard role, and finesse the offense as he does in that point guard role,
anybody can.
being the guy, not really, not successfully,
I'm just joking.
with 0 turnovers, my add. 0 turnovers by this guy. I'm going to give another flower to Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle, my brother, this is what we've been asking for you since you got here, bro. Just make the open shots and play your elite defense. You will easily become one of the top tier role players in this league if you're doing that. Ant Sims, what up? You see him? Ant? Do you see him? I can't even bring his name up, baby.
What up, man? I've been picking this guy for key player of the game the past couple days, man. Stop it, bro. I ain't hating on him.
I hear you, man. Even my son Dinosaur, he was just sitting there saying he wasn't understanding it, Jose. But
no, man, listen, bro. Matisse Thybulle has been getting criticized just like Ben Simmons, man. You got to give the man his flowers, man.
Speaking of a dinosaur.
Can I get my flowers first? Everybody give flowers with me.
Okay.
Y'all know my favorite. My favorite is not a person, but my favorite group of people to give flowers to is the bench, and I want to point out 4 specific players. I'm gonna be quick with it. Although it's 4 players, I'm gonna be quick with it. Again, Andre Drummond, man, I love that you went out there and said I'm the biggest dude out here. These kids can't guard me. Flowers to you all day.
Big boy ball.
Isaiah Joe, 25 minutes. Although it was points in the game, I thought you looked lost. You did what we needed you to do. Double figures off the bench and being aggressive is what you needed to do. But these last 2 players I want to call out and give their flowers to. It really won't show on the stat line. So this is not a popular pick. But Powell and Charlie Brown tonight, to me, showed that they maybe can make this roster. I looked at the thing, like I'm looking at Charlie Brown. I'm looking at Charlie Brown Jr.'s box score, and it looks bad. 22 minutes, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. That looks bad, but I watched the game.
Oh yeah.
The things that kid brings to this team when we're not healthy, because I don't know where he fits in when Shake and Seth and Tyrese is here. But what he did tonight and the last game,
he's an energy guy, man.
Such great energy, and I love what him and I love what Powell brought. So my flowers for the night goes to the bench, especially those 4 players.
Wait a minute. Talking about the bench, how many points they put up? Somebody count them up. I lost my calculator.
If I gave flowers, you know what they got at least.
Somebody count those bench points up.
At least you know what they got if I gave them flowers. So
I lost my calculator. Somebody help me out.
My number's always 30. Just between 3 players, just between Niang, Drummond, and Joe, we got that. But then when you add Powell, Key, and Charlie Brown, we got a little bit more. So we definitely got our over 30 points that we always ask for from the bench tonight.
Shout out to this team, man, for fighting through adversity. The whole NBA is feeling it, right? The whole professional sports spectrum is feeling it with this COVID-19 thing, man.
But ain't none of them teams on the 7-game win streak.
We rumbling through this, Sean, man. I don't care who's sick, who's
Shout
not
out to Greg, Daddy Boy. Let me throw that comment back up.
What was Greg talking about? Yes, sir.
None of them teams on a 7-game win streak.
Tobias was steady. Hey, you now you trolling, Pop. Now you trolling.
Tobias.
Listen, my man shot more than Embiid and made less.
Well, Tobias, I wanted to text you guys. You know, we talked during the game for those who don't know. The red circles on Tobias' arm is fading away. So I think he needs to go back and get the Chinese acupuncture again. You
Cupping.
know,
It's called cupping.
yeah. What is it called, BG?
Cupping.
He needs to get a cupping
Yeah,
again.
because right now the only thing he cupping is his part.
Cupping. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he definitely needs a cupping again, especially for the upcoming games we have coming up. I think we're done playing in the kindergarten, and we're about to step back up to high school, college ball
Stupid.
type players. So it's definitely the room for mistakes is going to shorten up. So the room for having I'm not reading off the stats, but like 7 and 18 nights
Well,
is not.
this
It's
is the
not bad.
part where I got to give super a shout out, and a whole bouquet of flowers go to that bench because they picked up the slack for them because it had the bench struggle. Yeah,
And
It
that's
would have
and
been a
that's
close
why
game.
and that's why I gave those flowers when I did, because a lot of people can look at it and say, "Oh well, Embiid's doing what Embiid does, and the starters is filling the roles." But at the end of the day, we're playing with a lot of guys that's playing for their NBA careers right now because of because of just minor injuries to guys. So the fact that guys is able to step in and be in a role that they didn't wake up at the beginning of the year and thought they was going to be in this role. The way that they're able to step into those roles, I love it, man. I love it. So I wanted to go back to that. Whoever just posted that comment up there, I said I was going to go back. I just wanted to wait till we got done with talking about the game. But I was
Okay,
definitely going to put that
okay,
comment.
okay.
I was going to put
I
that
seen
comment
that.
back on the board.
I seen that. So we'll leave from that right now. Shout out to Timmy. Timmy has been betting on Joel Embiid to hit 30 ball. And
If you bet on that the last 7 games, Timmy, you might be rich, bruh.
cash out. Timmy,
Shout
if you
out.
didn't know, it's $ Eat Sleep Sixers. We'll take a donation because
for real.
you've been listening to our show and hearing, so Timmy, you know where to go with it. We just playing around. But shout out to Timmy
That
Snyder,
cash that right, Pop.
man.
Damn.
He's an
Hey,
avid supporter, man.
we all lost our over under though. The over under was 31. He got 31.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
I mean, I mean,
Is this not why you were here?
we do not own the rights to that clip right there, but god damn it, doesn't it fit tonight? Doesn't it fit for this 7th game streak we're going on right now? Can you feel it? Are you all the way on the boat, or are you still hanging on to the side, trying to decide if you want to get on or stay in the water and whatnot? It's
Can
all
I?
aboard right now.
Can,
Yeah,
let,
we
let
threw the life rafts down, but they're not gonna stay down there too long. We picking them
Hell,
girls back up because there's some of them jumpers we don't want back on the boat.
let
big
me let me get
facts.
let me get him a reason to come back home. Let me give him a reason to come back home. About 2 weeks ago, a lot of people jumped off. Two, three
Whoa,
weeks ago.
listen, yeah, about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
three
We
weeks
got
ago, we
screenshots.
had people that jumped off because they said we a lottery team, or we a playing team, and this team is
That was
terrible.
the big one. The playing team was the biggest one I saw. Straight up. That was the biggest one I saw. That's what made me start taking screenshots. Oh man.
With today's win, we are now currently sitting 4 games out of first place.
I like it.
I'm gonna
Y'all
say
hear
it one
that,
more
right?
time. We are now sitting 4 games out of first place. I'm not saying we'll be in first place next week. I'm just saying that this is not a sprint. This is not a sprint. We're gonna have our ups, we're gonna have our downs. But only thing that matters is when it's time to lace them up, come playoff time, are we showing that we're one of those elite teams? And I think we're slowly showing that. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Shout out to our players who are ailing, hurt, or whatever, or sick from COVID. We pray that everybody gets back healthy and we become a full team again, man. But I would like to get to the clever since he's not on here
Yeah.
often. I want to
Yeah.
highlight his
Hopefully he's still
remarks.
watching. Hopefully he's still watching so we can address this question, because this was definitely big in the talks today. So go ahead. Go ahead, Carl. My bad.
I've seen it too. He says, "Great win, Sixers. Let's go." Also, What do you guys think about the Collins and Ben Simmons trade rumors? So I won't answer it first. I'll throw it to you guys. Have you heard about it? What do you think about it?
The the only thing that I don't like about the thought of it is a Collins and B Tobias lineup. We know how much Tobias doesn't want to play a small forward. I don't know if that's the greatest move unless we get a draft pick or Cam Reddish in that deal.
Absolutely.
Because
My bad.
last year our biggest need was power forward. That
Mhm.
was last year. This year, our biggest need is I'm not, and this is not a knock on Tyrese Maxey by no stretch. But this year, our biggest need is point guard slash backup point guard, whichever one it is. If we get a point guard that takes the starting spot, by all means. But we need to shore up the point guard position a lot more than we need to shore up that position. So I don't know how much I'm in love with that trade, albeit John Collins is a really freak athlete. And I think he would make this team better. I mean, anything's better than not playing. Again, that's not a shot at Ben Simmons, but at the end of the day, he's not playing. So anything is
Absolutely.
better than someone that's not playing. So he makes this team better. But I personally would rather address the point guard position this year. I think we're fine at the four right now. We're fine at the four. The three is the most shaky position on our team, but I want to address a starting point guard slash backup point guard this year.
Cool. Jose?
So a player like John Collins doesn't give room for error and improvement from Maxi. Just saying.
No, I think I think he does, Jose, and that's the thing. That's why I prefaced it by saying that I think John Collins makes this team better, but I would rather have a backup point guard or a starting point guard for this team more than I would like John Collins. Does John Collins make us better? Does it probably open things up for Maxi? Yes, it does. But I don't think that's our immediate need, in my opinion. In my opinion, and
Here's
we disagree a lot, and I understand your point. Is just what I think. I think point guard is the most important thing we should address, or small forward. I don't
here's
think
my
power
thing.
forward should be our go-to.
I'm gonna say right now, I would have to ask for Cam Reddish along with Collins as well. Just off, the caliber player that we're giving up in Ben Simmons. Make no mistake about it. We bust ball chops on this show often, but Ben Simmons is elite and has an elite skill set. He's a former All-Star player, and he can change a team just like that. So for what we're giving up, I'm going to need a Cam Reddish and a John Collins along with him. John Collins, he can come right in and play that 4/3 position. Maybe him and Tobias could flip flop between 3 and 4. And Reddish can be a player in a couple years, like a really good player. So that's two really good young players that we'll be getting for a proven all-star in Ben Simmons. Now I know we need a point guard. I'm with you, BG. We've been talking about that all season, but I'd be comfortable with riding the wave of Tyrese Maxey at the point guard position and see what those other two guys got for us. Worst come to worst, we can always draft a young point guard next year or sign one.
But I'm talking about this year. I'm talking
I'm
about this year.
well.
I
If we're
get that we can draft a point
if we're
guard next
talking
year,
about if we're
but
talking
who
about this
backs up
year,
Tyrese Maxey on our championship run this year is my question.
I mean, I think we've shown that there are guys that could be interchangeable in that point guard spot for sparing minutes. For a 10
Yeah,
minute,
yeah. No one's
13
saying
minute
for
ordeal.
the long haul, but
Yeah,
I think guys are stepping up big when it comes to filling in that role real quick for somebody's missing, or say for some resting time from some of the other point guards.
don't get it
So I'm
messed
just,
up.
like that's the like I'm watching every game. I'm
Yeah,
watching every game. So that's
yeah.
telling me these guys ain't doing that bad of a job. You know what I'm saying? we all know that Embiid sometimes capable of bringing the ball down the court. For crying out loud, we saw Drummond do it today. Oh Lord, I was cringing when he did it.
Lord,
I was cringing when he did it. But I'm just saying, Cork Miles is not doing that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I'm not crowning him a point guard by no stretch of the means, but I mean, like, guys are stepping up right now, and I'm loving it. So by all means, keep stepping up.
Let's all keep in mind that this is a long season as well, and there's going to be a buyout market at some point, and with a veteran point guard on that buyout market. So I'm not ruling that out. Us bringing in a veteran point guard who can come in and do what George was supposed to do last year for us, and play that 12-minute rule, 11-minute rule. Let's not forget about Shake Milton as well. So I'm willing to take a John Collins, Cam Reddish for Ben Simmons. Absolutely, absolutely.
do you want a draft pick as well, or is that enough?
I would like a draft pick, and from the trade rumors we've been hearing around the league all year, I think he would almost have to have a draft pick to pull that trigger because it's lofty expectations and what we're getting back for Ben Simmons. So I think for them to get that deal done, it would have to be a draft pick. But if you're Atlanta right now, and after coming off the season you had last year, you have to be willing to give up a draft pick. You know, uh, to get Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons makes Atlanta that much better. They have a
Uh,
ball handler and shooter in Trey Young. Ben's not going to be asked to do a lot of shooting over there.
My
He's going to
only
be asked to do what he does.
my only thing with that is let's just be realistic. Like, we can talk about all the stuff we see on Facebook, all the stuff we see on ESPN, but at the end of the day, the Atlanta front office realizes they're the team that has us in the position we are now. They're the reason that Ben Simmons is where he is right now playing Fortnite. They're the reason they had front row seats to what the demise of Ben Simmons has been. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm just playing devil's advocate, fellas.
Yeah,
If I'm Atlanta, why am I giving up
Because that's
anything for these
definitely a
guys
trade
when
move.
I see what he is? I saw it firsthand.
because
I
what because what they have is not working, and they saw Ben Simmons in a point guard role where he was the essential ball handler for this team. Ben Simmons off the ball with a main ball handler like Trey Young on the ball allows Ben Simmons to do what he does best. It takes him out of the spotlight. Trey will shoot 30 freaking shots. You know what I mean? And Ben will be out of the spotlight and expected to give you that 20 points. I think the spotlight is what hurts Ben Simmons.
uh,
The more pressure and spotlight is on him, the less he performs. So,
but
I think you take
but
that off of him.
here
Go
we
ahead,
go.
BJ.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ant Sims said it best. He needs the ball in his hands, but Trey dominates the ball. Where does Ben Simmons fit on an Atlanta roster? What is their offense look like with Ben Simmons? What do Trey Young just chill in the
What
corner?
what it what it
Trey Young
should have
just chill on the wing? I don't
what
think that works.
what it should have looked like here with Ben at a either a small forward or a power forward spot with some ball handling responsibilities, with some plays with him bringing the ball up and Trey running off the
But
ball a la Allen Iverson.
Hey,
what
hey,
does he do
hey,
if he's not ball handling?
Taylor, man. When Atlanta said that, they were being facetious. Stop, bro. Like,
Fact.
it didn't take much to guard Ben Simmons. All you gotta do is put him to the line. He passed the ball up on Trey Young when he could have easily put his nuggets in on top of that ball head of his. I ain't trying to hear that.
Tell me that's exactly what I'm saying. Even though Steph is ball dominant, they have plays and they have sets where Steph runs off the ball, a la Allen Iverson, and becomes a two guard threat. I think Trey can have the same skill set. In fact, if you remember last year, Trey did a lot of that with us,
But
running off the ball.
but
So
can I not be a hater and be a hater in one
go ahead,
sentence?
be a hater. Be a
We
hater, BJ. I felt
I,
the hate coming out of your head.
because I don't hate Ben Simmons, and I actually, believe it or not, guys, I would welcome Ben Simmons coming back to the Sixers. I would
We all
welcome.
would. You just
I
gotta
would
get
welcome.
together.
That
We
jersey
all welcome
is
him
the
back, man.
jersey is sitting in my closet. I just don't want to wear it because he's hurting my
Better
feelings
not
right now
wear it.
playing Fortnite.
You
But
better not wear it.
but can I be a hater slash not hater? Bro, we just saw a guy just take 900 plus days off, and we knew what we were going to get from him when he came back. This person I'm talking about is Klay Thompson because we know he was putting the work in. We are watching. Ben Simmons hasn't played since the summertime. What is Ben Simmons going to be when he comes back in the NBA? And don't type in his chat saying you know what he's going to be because you don't know. When
Nobody
have we
knows.
seen him play basketball? What do you
No.
mean?
This
Like
whole
I
time,
knew
right?
I knew what I was gonna get from Clay. I
This
knew
whole
Clay was gonna come
time
in
he's
and be
been
Clay, bro.
out. You see the highlight reels of Call of Duty, but you don't see no
And,
gym workouts, no
and that's
nothing.
what I'm saying. If he was putting
Nothing.
that stuff out, he would be an amazing
Nothing.
trading commodity. But what team is thinking I can get Ben Simmons and he's going to be better than he was in that Atlanta series? He's going to be
Trendy.
better than he was in any playoff series that the Sixers had. I don't see anybody just saying let's throw our future at Ben Simmons when they haven't seen anything.
Realistically,
We didn't see anything from Clay, but we knew what we was gonna get from Clay when he came back. Right or wrong,
really,
right
yeah,
or wrong,
because
Carl.
he's
But
given us enough of a sample size to know that.
and that's my only thing, man. I swear I'm not saying this to be a hater of Ben Simmons. I'm just a realist, and I just don't know when this ends. I
I'm
don't know when this ends.
well, I'm looking at what is he,
Hey,
24?
and Sins,
I'm
I know
looking
there's 24 hours in a day, but if you look at that man KD ratio on Call of Duty, bro, it takes a long time to get that shit.
I'm looking I'm looking at a young guy, a really young guy. And I do think it's going to take him some time once he does get to a team or play here to get an NBA game shape. Whether he's been in the gym practicing or not. I think it's going to take some time, man. But I don't want to get in the
But
joint.
guess what?
I don't want
No,
to get
no,
into
no,
this shit.
no, no.
I don't want
Guess
to
what,
talk.
Taylor?
I don't. I
We
don't.
have seen,
Oh God.
Joel Embiid go the last 7 games. So I don't care how many practices we see him playing. When it's time to lace him up, we see what it is. We see what it is. So don't give me we never see Joel work out either. But guess what? He work out against other teams.
Listen,
Who Ben
I,
Simmons working out against?
I'm not. I'm not gonna.
I feel like a hater, and I don't want to come off as a hater
But
because I
listen,
don't.
no, I
I
gotta
don't
play.
hate Ben
I gotta
Simmons,
play.
man. I
I
don't
gotta
hate him.
play. I gotta play devil's advocate on this, man. I gotta play devil's advocate,
Bro,
and
you've been playing devil's advocate for
and that's what
15
I'm
years.
gonna do. You know what I mean? I I'm not gonna fall into the whole media frenzy of Ben Simmons isn't working out. He's not doing this. He's not doing. Of course he's working out, bro. Of course he's playing ball. The kid's been playing ball his whole life. Now, is he training with the team? Is he in practice? Is he doing team-oriented things with the team? No, we don't know that. We don't know that. And I don't think he could become a better player
I'm
without
le-
doing that.
I'm leaving the East Sleep Stickers podcast. Taylor Nelson has officially retired me. Gym rat.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Bro,
All
he's
right, so
not
no,
even a gym mouse.
let's stop highlighting his joint for the night because I knew when we brought up this conversation that this isn't going to end well.
Yo, BG over there hyperventilating.
Listen. Before BG dies, right on camera, this is we just wanted to address
What gym? St. Joe's? St. Joe's?
BJ, before
I'm
we
sorry.
before we elaborate on that, I want to get so away from that because we're not talking basketball right now. We're talking hypotheticals. You know what I mean? I want to get on to next game that we have, and we are playing the Charlotte Hornets January 12th. So we faced the Hornets before. How do you guys feel about that matchup coming up?
Shout out to the 14 steals the Sixers had tonight. That's how I feel about it.
I think it'll be a tougher matchup. However, Charlotte, I
Okay,
was
you're an
watching
ass.
before I cut on the national championship. I was watching the Sixers game along with the Charlotte versus Milwaukee game. So they coming off a rough game. We're coming off a Houston Rockets game. So I think if they got beat up enough tonight, that we should be able to handle them. Man, I'm looking forward to the matchup because they are at the fullest strength that we've seen them so far. We
Most
all know
definitely.
the first 2 games we saw them kind of missing 2 very important pieces.
Yes,
And they
sir.
got those pieces back, right?
Yeah, they back. They back. They played tonight. They both played tonight, and they've been playing actually, but they both played tonight. So I anticipate them both playing against us.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Hopefully, we'll have our Ellen guys back as well. Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxey, to name a few. So, with that being said,
8 straight.
8 straight coming up,
8 straight.
7 straight right now.
Y'all booking it?
I'm booking it, bro. Put it in the books.
I gotta go on FanDuel.
Yeah, put it in the books. MVB.
Don't
You
don't
heard it.
don't go to FanDuel. Go to my boy Timmy Snyder page. He do some of that. I mean, I ain't gonna throw the name of it out there, but holla at Timmy. I mean, you
Yeah.
got some bets.
Yeah,
If
you
some
want us
bets
to
to
throw
make,
that
holla
name
at
out there, you're gonna have to cash out that bread for real.
Real rap.
Timmy, you get no free promo here, bro.
Man, we're giving a wild promo on the show, knowing we get 1 million watchers a night. You know what I mean? So, we appreciate you guys sitting with us once again tonight for pregame and postgame. Please come back with us. And remember to Jose.
Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend
About Eat Sleep Sixes. We here.
Don't
We're gonna
forget
be
to
here.
vote. Don't
Hey,
forget
where
to
my
vote.
mom at, man?
Don't
Where
forget
she
to vote.
at, man?
She packing. She'll be here tomorrow. She flying in tomorrow. She
Okay,
coming to see me tomorrow. So she
okay.
packing. So I'll give her a pass tonight. Hey guys, I've said this the last 3 shows. Please, please, please don't forget. Go on NBA.com. Vote for Joel Embiid. Let's try to get him to be a captain. It's a chance. He
Yeah,
could be a captain. I'm
most
trying to
definitely.
think of Eastern Conference players. The only person who might be ahead of him is Kevin Durant. So go out there and make sure you vote for Joel Embiid for the All-Star game.
Hey,
Vote for every Sixer for all I care, but definitely for Joel Embiid.
on a personal note, I want everybody to say a little prayer tonight for the people who are less fortunate that are out there on the streets tonight, man. It is historically cold out there tonight, man. I just want everybody to say a prayer and best wishes to everyone. Thank you for watching the Eat Sleep Sixers. We
And
are
along with telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's go.
big facts.
Facebook,
Go Sixers.
YouTube, Twitch. Holla at us. Go Sixers.
Good night.
We'll holla at y'all next game.
For sure.